We're going to have a look at the kanji we need now for north, south, east and west. Beginning with north, here it is over here, and the kakijun goes ich, ni, san, shi, go. Let's have a look at that. Here we go, ich, ni, san, shi, go. Now this is a very interesting one because you can clearly see where it comes from. We have a look at the etymology page and go down particularly to the really old ones, the oracle characters, which are nearly 4,000 years old. We can see quite clearly there are two men back to back, and that's the image that's persisted all the way through, and we've still got it today. If you look over here, it's two men back to back, and they're clearly both of them facing north. So draw those two characters back to back and you've got north.
There it is, north, here, north, and the pronunciation is kita, kita. Now we're going to go down and have a look at the kanji for south. There it is, south. That's what the kanji looks. And the pronunciation is minami, minami. Let's check out the kakijun.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we have a look at the etymology of this kanji, you can see it looks very much there like a bell, and it was probably actually used simply for the sound, because bell doesn't necessarily tell you anything much, but I've got a much better way of remembering it. Have a look at the top here. That looks like a cross on a church. And then here we have the roof and the walls of a church. And underneath we have the symbol which we currently use for yen. So that could mean money. Now in the south of Britain at least, it could be said that the church at which people worship is the church of money. So down south you've got the church there and it worships money, and that's south.
Now we're going to have a look at the kanji for east. Here it is, and it's pronounced higashi, east.
And here it is, ich. Then we've got the sun underneath, and then we've got the rest of the character. This kanji interestingly represented a bag of something which was tied at both ends, and you can see that quite clearly here, can't you? And if you have a look, here's actually a picture of a bag which was tied at both ends. But let's go back to the kanji because there's a much easier way of remembering it. It looks like a sun peeking through a tree. This is the character here for tree, ich, ni, san, shi. And if you think the sun rises from the east, then it's very likely that you would have a tree with a sun poking through as it rises in the east. Let's have a look at the kakijun one more time. And we get the top of the tree, there's the sun, finish it off, the trunk, branch, branch. Finally, let's check out the kanji for west. There it is. Let's have a look at the kaki. Here it is, ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku. This kanji, nishi, west, is also a parcel, but it's this time a small parcel, not a large one wrapped at both ends. It's actually a little parcel, and as you go back through the history of that kanji, you can see it hasn't changed very much, has it? It stays a little bundle or a little parcel. But actually, if we look at the kanji as it is today, we can see it's very similar to the number 4, isn't it? So if we were to just ignore the top, we could have here, look quite clearly, ichi, ni, san, shi, go. That would mean the number 4. Now there are 4 directions, and all we have to do is add 1 on the top and talk about one of the directions, which is west, and we've got the kanji. So 1, then 4 directions, ich, ni, all the way from the top, we've got to go down here, san, shi, go. So 4 directions, and we're talking about one of those, which is west.
Nishi, west.